whoa. Let me just double check that I actually have audio. There should be some casual waves flying through. Hello, welcome to another Sleepy Time Chat with Dyna. I hope you're all doing a good day, having a good evening, morning, I guess, whatever it is. I thought about talking about some other topics, but then I got tired. um, I I did one sleepy time chat before, which should be on my YouTube channel. Casual plug. But yeah, I got at least two good receptions from that, so we're gonna keep going with this. Um, and I also just kind of wanted a casual stream to like catch up with people while I very calmly build a random town in the middle of the ocean. Um, so yeah, I hope everything's been well with people. I guess if we're doing, I gotta do some life updates. It's been very busy in Dynatown. I was able to do a few streams with some friendos, but I just haven't felt like wanting to stream by myself in a while, and I think it's because I kind of got addicted to like playing with people. It's really fun, especially when people know what they're doing and I don't. um, but yeah, I apologize. I've been kind of absent. Along with work, I've been having to take care of my health, and that kind of sucks. Um, like, and this month actually hasn't been that good. Um, Keep your sympathy for other people. I am not your. I'm very privileged. I have good health insurance. It's just the American healthcare system sucks, um, and I have to wait for it to do things, and that sucks a lot. Um, but yeah, I'm just a very sleepy person in general, and that's kind of what prevents me from doing anything most of the time. But yeah, I just kind of figured I'm like, oh, um, let's do some like, let's do some fun things, you know. I bought Townscaper a bit ago, and I played it a little bit, and I know it's a toy technically, but like, I know you can make flying cities, and I kind of want that. Oopsies, I can't undo that. It's okay. But yeah, yeah, like as I was mentioning, like again, no sympathy needed. Just some life updates. It's uh, my birthday is this month, but I frankly, it's been a kind of a weird month for me. I Burbs. Um, it was my birthday month, but I found out that there was a few people that I was acquainted with, we'll say, that passed away, like older people, and you know that kind of happens and it sucks. But I don't know. It's your. I was talking to my therapist this afternoon, and she was like, you know, it's right to be sad. You're okay to be sad about things, and I'm like, I know that, but I kind of needed to hear it. Which is a common theme I'm running into, where it's like, I don't know if my therapist is necessarily telling me anything new, but it's really nice to be validated by someone, you know? Um, Gosh darn it, I know there's a way to get this silly thing into being flying, and I refuse. I looked this up at one point, I refuse to look this up again. Don't tell me it. You can tell me in the comments, I guess. But yeah, that's been that. And then my dog got surgery recently. She had to get her tail removed, and that was a little sad and worrying because you know doggos get old, and it's sad to see your pets get older. But she's doing okay, and that's good. She's just sad. She doesn't have a tail, or most of her tail anymore. Um, but she's recovering. I think she's really lapping up all the extra love, according to my parents. Um, But yeah, there's that. I guess if you haven't been to the previous Sleepy Time chat, I've been told by not just my viewers but other people's viewers that they think I have a very good podcasty voice, and I figured I'd do something with that. I do like monologuing when I get the chance, which is probably also why I'm in therapy. Oopsie daisies. Wait, that's not right. So I figure I'll just we'll talk about stuff. People like to hear, just calming things when they go to sleep, and I think if that's something they want to hear, why not? And this is actually quite calming for me. It's very nice to just be able to do whatever and just talk. I was joking with some of my friends the other day of using this same voice and I guess narrating really high intensity esports kind of things. So I need to figure it out, kind of like ooh, and Tiger Woods hits the ball into the green or something like that kind of thing. That kind of voice, the quiet golf thing, and then they do the little clappy claps, and it's all very quiet and chill. I don't really understand golf, but I might literally watch golf being narrated just to get better at this. I think it'd be really funny. I commit to the bit. I try to commit hard. But yeah, I wanna explore that. I think it'd be really funny and entertaining. I keep telling myself, be the content you want to see on YouTube. And absurdist comedy is what I want. I have been watching a lot of video essays though, and a lot of I've been busy for the past few weeks because work has been really busy. We had a very big shoot, so I guess for new viewers, I work as a motion capture technician. I do things involving games, movies. I don't know, people just needing to block out something. You name it, I can probably do it. Or more specifically, the actors can do it. I'm just the person behind the computer. But yeah, we've been doing a lot of that, and then we have to post-process that data, and that's not exactly it can be a very tedious process, and I've been very busy with that, and my brain is melting, which makes me also very tired. Again, not excuses, just why. Reasons, I suppose. But yeah, I've been watching a lot of shows and movies I wouldn't have usually watched. So let's see. At some point I watched A Quiet Place, and I surprisingly enjoyed it because I'm not much of a horror movie thriller kind of fan. I really like thriller comics though. But then let's see. Then I was like, oh, Hulu has A Quiet Place too, and I was like, okay, I'll watch it. I didn't think the first one was too bad, and I was surprised how much I actually really liked it. I didn't check the reviews, but one, surprise Cillian Murphy, excellent. He has an amazing accent. I can't believe this man has a soft Irish accent, or I'm not going to even pretend I know what accent he has. I don't want to insult him. But he has a soft voice. It's delightful. And then here he is in A Quiet Place too, just straight up American accent. Some actors got some real talent. I love it. I was talking with some actors during the shoot we were doing, and apparently that's part of some acting school, is learning different accents and stuff, which I guess kind of makes sense, but I was just fascinated to hear them talking about that. It's one of my favorite things about working in motion capture is just talking to people with such different lives, because I always kind of felt in high school and I guess a little bit like college and stuff as well. It's just like you kind of get stuck with people who have very similar lives to you and very similar goals in life. So like a lot of my friends in college wanted to be like game designers or like motion capture people or like people who work in animation and stuff. So it's like they have different lives, but at some point it's very samey, if that makes sense. So it's really a privilege for me to be able to like hear about other people's lives in my work. Um, and I really enjoy that a lot. Um, Also, thank you, Fabian, for the follow. It's delightful to have you here. I hope you're having a good morning, evening, wherever you are. Uh, we're vibing here. I'm trying, actually, right now, I would like to make a little garden. I think you can make gardens here. I did not make a garden. Hold on a second. I know how to make a garden. I know that. I'm getting a little off topic of what I was saying. There's a little garden. It's so cute. I love town. I love this. It's I know this is a toy, but I'm starting to feel like I should use this as a like just calming. It's very calming. Um, yeah. What was I saying? Yeah. So yeah. I love my work, but I've been really busy. So yeah, I was watching A Quiet Place too. Um, I think I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of critique I've seen about the series as a whole having some like story content story. You know, the stuff isn't adding up kind of things. But I really love the sound design. I was mentioning to a friend I was comparing it to Echo, the Marvel one about the Fisk's bad guy daughter, adopted daughter, I think, from Hawkeye, I think was. And like she's so in A Quiet Place, the daughter, one of the daughter is deaf, and then in Echo, the main character, Maya is also deaf. And I feel like A Quiet Place just did it so well, and then in Echo, it just didn't quite hit the same. Um, I think it's like partially because of the genre. So like A Quiet Place is supposed to be like a thriller horror kind of thing, um, but then Echo is kind of like more of an action thing, and it's important to hear sounds and stuff. But I really what I felt like when I was watching Echo was that I was really hoping to see more of Maya's perspective of life, and that's why I really liked A Quiet Place because it's you can really see the world from the daughter's perspective. As someone who is deaf. Whereas in Echo, it's like they kind of just did a lot of telling, not showing. And I feel like that they kind of did a disservice to the character in that way because I think she would have been like super cool, um, like to be able to just like feel things. Like I'm thinking like a Daredevil kind of thing where he just like sees through sounds. I think it'd be really cool if she's like a Toph kind of character where she's like she feels everything through her powers or something. um, I'm allowed to have my fantasies. Oopsies, I don't like that. But yeah. So I watched The Quiet Place too. I will say I have this really big guilty pleasure of watching. So there's kind of like these. There's two genres I'm really into right now, and I feel somewhat guilty about it. One of them is I, I don't know. This past year or two, I've gotten like really into like Jurassic Park movies, like the old ones and the new ones. Like the old ones, they're so good. They're so good. I think the way they do the suspense, the way they did the practical effects, I really wish a lot of more movies did that these days. I understand like the finances and stuff, but like I think in the first Jurassic Park, like the raptor in the kitchen, like those like everything about those scenes were so good. Like the shot composition, like I believe the reason why some of the shots how they were is because there was a person that was like holding half of a puppet, and then because I guess they had to be sparing with the animation, um, so like just having those, I think it's like when you have design constraints, you make like the most wonderful creations, and I think really the Jurassic Parks did that. But then like as they've evolved, you know, the new I think they're called Jurassic Kingdom, the ones with Chris Pratt. Um, I've also really enjoyed those because like at some point I just really want to see dinosaurs slap each other, and like people run away from dinosaurs, and like yeah. I'm a sucker. Such a sucker for just dino movies. Oopsies, no, I wanted a little garden here. Uh, yeah. um, yeah, and then my other guilty pleasure movies is I really uh, like I don't know why, but I really like Pacific Rim. Um, and like I guess it's let me break this down. So like the first Pacific Rim, I can't remember when I watched it, but I just remember being like, wow, I don't think the script was very good, but like I thought it was just great. I don't know how to explain it. I just thought it was great. It's like, yeah, big robot fighting big monster. That's all you need in life. You know, there's like a lot of logistical things going through your mind, like, oh, um, where are they getting all the money to build these giant robots? And like, who figured out you can neurally link yourself to a robot to make it more effective, but you need two brains instead of one, or three brains in the case of the three-armed robot. Um, but I'm just like, no, no. Big robot fighting big monster. Um, it was great. It was great. And then I watched the second one because that's also on Hulu. And I was told by one of my coworkers that it's not good, but I'm like, I watched it. I'm like, I don't know what she's talking about. I fully love that. I guess the break it down is it's about one of the characters from the first movie's son, and like him growing up and learning like why his father had pride or whatever, and what he did, and how to like I guess not necessarily become a man, but like mature. I think, and I think just as a side tangent, I think that is something some people miss the nuance of. It's like I could be talking out of my ass for all I know, but like the idea of like you're not necessarily becoming a man in terms of like toxic masculinity. I think it's more of a shorthand for like maturing, because there's a lot of connection in the old days in lingo and stuff of um, manliness is like protecting and growing up, and like that's kind of the things that you do as an adult, traditionally speaking. But I think that's kind of, I guess, more back to the point of Pacific Rim. I think it was more of like a maturity thing. But anyway, I, I really question. So I guess the casual spoiler, because this movie's been out for a while. They end up having to fight big monster. It's like three monsters. They're called kaiju. Three monsters into one. And all their, I guess, giant robot pilots are like taken out of commission except two of them, and they're like, oh no, we have five robots or something, and we only have two pilots. How are we gonna do this? And you know what they do? They take their in-training cadets, like, I don't know, there's like 6 or 7 of them kind of thing, and then they're like, my dudes, you're gonna go save the world. And I'm like, that is such poor leadership. But sure. And then they save the world with only one kid dying, which is really sad. I actually kind of got real sad about that. Um, but yeah, it was. I think like the animation looks great. Like I don't care. The entire thing is CG. It looks fantastic. Um, don't at me. um, but what else? I think one of the cheesiest parts of that is so I think I guess I forgot the main character is shoot, what's his name? Jonathan? John Boyega, the guy who plays Finn. Um, but he's the main character, and then like he's like teamed up, I guess, towards the end with this girl who's they put her out to be like a really good like at building these mechs, these robots and stuff. And then like when she first gets to the base with him, and she's like, "Oh man, is that whatever this giant robot is?" And like that, but like the line delivery was a little bit too flat and like not as nerdy excited as I think they wanted to go for. And I was just like, "This is great. This is great. I have absolutely no comments. This is beautiful. This is." there was, there's, it's like, I think I just saw something on Reddit and I thought it was beautiful. Um, sometimes there's films out there that's like supposed to make you question life and really think deeply, and then there's just those like nice films that make yeah, like smash that robot kind of thing. And I think that's what Jurassic Park and Pacific Rim do for me. It's great. I truly, oopsie daisies. I really wish they made a Pacific Rim 3, but I looked online because I was like, ooh, I want to see what they do next. And apparently, it got canceled because the second movie didn't have good reviews, and I got sad. Um, but um, I think there's some comics or something, so I could read those, or like the original source material or something. I don't know, but like there was so much potential, and I really just really want more robots fighting big monsters. Um, I know Godzilla exists, and I want to carefully curate because I used to watch some of the old Godzillas on like. Let me roll this back a little bit. So, um, my grandfather on my dad's side is like a huge movie hobbyist, like old classic movie hobbyist, to the point of, for the longest time, I believe he had like floor to ceiling bookcases in the living room, and they were like quite large, as well as a few bookcases in the secondary room. It's a two-bedroom apartment, um, and it just had all these like videotapes that were very meticulously recorded from like TV or like bought or whatever, and like documented. And he had his whole system of like all of his movies and stuff. So he was a huge movie buff, and I think that's the reason why my family, we had like super old recordings of like the rubber suit Godzilla. Let's refer to it like that. Um, so like I kind of grew up with some of this shit. Like I don't, this, it had the questionably mediocre dubbing kind of thing. Back in the day when you didn't quite know what you were doing with dubbing. You were just throwing some words and not letting it lip sync. And that's okay. We don't have to have everything lip sync. Um, and like so like I grew up with a little bit of Godzilla movies. It was mostly about pollution back in that day. I don't know how the movies are these days, but I remember it being a lot about like Godzilla came about because of pollution, or like maybe it was like Godzilla got angry because of pollution or something like that. I don't remember exactly. Um, but my favorite, I don't know which Godzilla film it was, but my favorite was maybe it's in the original in the movies these days, but there was this monster called Mothra, and surprise, surprise, it was a big moth, big moth that attack, and it could only be tamed by these tiny little fairy ladies. Well, hello there. I guess I'm gonna say Alex. I don't wish to butcher names, but how's it going? I hope you're well. Um, good good morning, good day, whatever. Good. Fill in the blank. What time of day it is. I hope you're well. I'm just chilling, chatting. Um, how's it going? I hope you're being well. Thank you for joining the stream while I talk about things, stuff and things, as I like to say. Um, it's a I actually say that a lot. I feel like these days, like there was a significant drop from high school to college and then college to adult life of me knowing things off the top of my head. Sure, you say my nickname correctly. um, Alex, so. No, I'm not gonna try. I, I prefer for someone to tell me how to pronounce it instead of me butchering it. I don't like offending people. My real name is very butcherable, so I understand people's pain. Um, it happens. Uh, you kind of just accept it. Um, but yeah, I say stuff and things nowadays because sometimes my brain is too slow for what my mouth wants to say. And you know, it just kind of happens. So I just say stuff and things, and then you get to the point that you want to make. Because when you want to go from point A to point C, you just skip over point B, and then eventually everyone else will fill in the blank for point B. Oh, hey, X, what's up? It's quite actually it's quite late for both of us, but it's nice to see you. How you been? Um, I've just we're doing a. I guess I did label this as ASMR, but like I'm just talking real quiet, and I did not put any pop filters on because I don't think a pop filter works with face tracking. I'm not very schmoy. This is silly. How is the stream going? um, Stream's going good. We're just I don't know. I just kind of figure, you know, if we're just talking about things, what better to do than just casually build a city on water? I don't know why though. I feel like I've been starting to like create a tiered society where everybody who is rich lives on the top, and then as you go farther down, there's less sunlight. Um, I don't know what that says about humanity, um, but we're gonna keep going with this and not question it. This is just a toy for me to casually play while we talk. Um, yes, I do my daily routine stuff at midnight though, so I don't have to worry about it when I wake up. That is some valid thinking right there, X. I I was watching some videos about like people who are like I guess micro influencers or whatever, like fitness influencers or something that are like, yeah, I wake up at 5 in the morning and do X, Y, and Z before I go to work, and I'm like, I can barely wake up for work at like I work a 9 to 5, and I barely wake up in time to get to work. Cut your bullshit. So props to you. Um, so Gargantia. Is that? Are you talking about the anime? Something something Gargantia that involves squid space people. I think the whole like tiered system is like the same as like Star Wars Coruscant and stuffy. Um, Make a big garden somewhere. Yes. I need to think of where to put the big garden. I want to have. I don't know why. I feel like we just need to have this slightly boat-shaped little like lighthouse thing. So I want to build this way. We'll figure it out. Ooh, I have a plan. Let's see, what was I thinking? But yeah, we're vibing here. I have done this, but yeah, like this is sort of ASMR. I think it's like, I don't know. I kind of figured since I tend to stream these late at night because one, somehow I have more energy on Friday nights compared to literally every other night. Um, I swear I'm a night owl, but like, gosh darn, I'm gonna blame Henry Ford for this, but I can't function as a morning bird, early bird, worm getter. Um, I I get like, how did well, my friend described it as like getting zoomies. Get my zoomies at like um I don't know, like 10, 11 at night. It's like when the crazy brain comes out, you know? Um, but yeah, it kind of sucks because I'm like, I gotta get to bed because I have to wake up at like 7 to get to work. Um, so yeah, that's why I've been streaming. The roundabout answer is that's why I stream late on Friday sometimes, is because somehow I have a burst of energy and I'm like, well, I don't know how many people are up, but like, if I record these little sleepy streams, then like, you know, some of my viewers, they need a little bit of sleep aid. You just throw one of these on, and then you get big sleepies eventually. You know, we're here for the fans. um, yes, early bird always gotta gloat. Yeah. The funny thing is that video when I was just talking about like seeing these fitness influencers or whatever uh, uh, um, saying they wake up at like 5 in the morning. Apparently, it's like faked content, which is absolutely fascinating to me. Yes, Gargantia, the Veritas planet. Yeah, I actually watched part of that. Um, I watched part of that anime with my sibling, and then I just couldn't get over the fact that somehow the main character just really annoyed me, and then I don't know, something about the ending got spoiled for me, and then I just got annoyed and decided not to, we're just gonna end watching it. Um, I don't know, man. I got limited time in life, and I am very willing these days to just put down animes that I don't want to watch. You know, you gotta have standards, my man. Um, yeah, that's a shame. Gargantia is one of my favorites. Ah, I'm sorry. I'm a little picky AI. Eh, let's make our walled garden. Do 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 do. Don't worry, I've already watched gaming ASMR from someone. Delightful. Like, is gaming ASMR an ASMR game, or is it ASMR when someone's playing a game? I was kind of like scrolling through some, um, what do they call it? Some of the categories on Twitch, and I wasn't quite sure what everything was doing. But it's fun seeing like the diversity of like what people do, especially at this time of night, because then you're like, clearly not everybody's an American, which I know is a very Americana-centric view, but like, I can't help it. I'm from America. I can't, I can't help but be a narcissist. Everything revolves around us. Um, you know, you gotta. We built the internet, and now you gotta live with us gloating about it for the rest of your lives, or rest of eternity. Um, some streamer was playing Roblox at that moment, and it became a little ASMR. Yes, delightful. Um, when I'm not screaming at like scary monsters and stuff, I am quite ASMR-y, as I've been told. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I've said this multiple times. ASMR makes me want to punch someone in the face. It's a very visceral reaction. Um, I don't know. Something about someone like whispering in my ear makes me so uncomfortable. Like, don't be near me. Go away. You do not belong near me. You can stop now, please. Um, okay, I think I want to start building. We got our little cute walled garden. I think we're gonna add on to the cute little walled garden. Um, yeah. Power Washer Minecraft with mobs turned off and Stardew Valley are like ASMR games. You know what? That makes a lot of sense. Not really much the Minecraft. Like, I get without mobs, it's pretty peaceful, but like, I remember this time I was playing Minecraft. I can't remember which version. I think they might have just added. It was some time after they added mines, which is pertinent to the story. Where I don't know. I was digging around um, with my sibling, and then we found this mine, and it's like, you know, it's an abandoned mine, so there's like old train tracks you can like get like old mine carts, you know, yada yada, that kind of stuff. It looks like it's an abandoned mine, and like, let me be clear, this is just Minecraft. This is a game that doesn't have a lot of like plot to it, aside from like the getting to the end and some of the lore about like Notch and Steve and whatever. But like in this random moment, younger Dinah was like, you know, isn't the implication of having an abandoned mine meaning that at some point there were people in Minecraft? And like, this is a game that's like what, PG-13 or whatever, maybe whatever children. I can't even remember the rating system, but like, I don't think I needed to get this philosophical about Minecraft and them adding abandoned mines. Like, they just added that to give us more stuff. But younger Dinah was like, the implication that all of a sudden you have become one of a few living sentient creatures, like testificates, I guess we're gonna consider a different species of biped at this point. Like, it's a little unsettling. Anyway, I just can't stand how many ASMR streamers will spend entire streams slobbering in their mic. It's disgusting. Yeah, it definitely gives the I had a friend who I can't remember what the term is, but like she like when people chewed gum, it really bothered her, and I get justifiably so. And like I feel like it kind of feeds into that, and I'm like, ooh, I don't like that. I don't like that. I think I don't know. Traditional ASMR of just like whispering or like weird role playing, like it's not my vibe. I just if I'm gonna make content, I'm not gonna make content that makes me want to punch myself in the face, you know? Um, that seems rather counterproductive. Although that would be a very funny redeem of like Dyna punching herself. I don't know how I would implement that. I think it would be really funny though. Maybe make a bigger garden or something similar with a tower in the back. Ooh, I like that idea. Thank you. I was thinking about building a castle, and it's purple, which is a royal color, so I'm gonna make an even bigger courtyard. I'm just gonna make a courtyard that snakes along. Minecraft is totally... Yeah, I mean, aside from... No, I guess I haven't been a child for a while, but I don't particularly find the mobs terribly scary. Maybe the spiders. I'm glad they don't make them particularly, like, spidery in the sense of, like, the sound they make. Not that spiders make a whole lot of sounds in general, but, like, my best friend has arachnophobia, so I like that they try to keep them less spidery. Let's do this. I have this wonderful idea of somewhat replicating the... Not really Disney, but I want to emulate having a castle. I wish I could do a moat. I don't think you can do moats this high up. Yeah, I actually totally feel that about Minecraft. I've spent a bunch of time just building a giant rail system to get to each of my houses, and I start feeling like Will Smith from I Am Legend. Yeah, it's I've also like the whole. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't watched that. I'm ashamed to say I haven't watched a lot of classic films. I actually like I don't know. I can't even think of any things I can be ashamed about. But the point being, I haven't watched a lot of things. Like I just watched the first Fast and Furious tonight, which like I wouldn't consider it a classic, but there's a certain cultural movement that happened with that movie, and I think that's the fascinating bit. They also did some really cool camera tricks I like. So like, I guess for safety and stuff, like some of the shots you'll notice are like they definitely just sped up the film or something. But I'm like, dang, that must have been so cool back in the day, and that would be like just to be in the theaters and see that, like, yeah. And it's also, it's nice to see old films as well, to see, what would they call it? Like, it's like not necessarily, I guess, like, the only wording I have is, like, a period piece. Like, it really reflects the culture then. And I quite like that. It's quite nice. well, I haven't seen a single Fast and Furious. I don't know if they're quality films, but I think the first one was, it felt like a very culturally iconic moment. Um, like, I don't know if LA had a huge racing car scene at that time. Absolutely no idea if, like, is this a chicken and the egg situation, or did, like, these filmmakers be like, "Ayo, we see this car scene. This is really cool. Let's get this going." Or, like, did the car scene come from these guys making a fantasy? I don't know. I was gonna look it up, but then I decided to stream, and pretend I'm cottagecoring. Um, Speaking of which, to drown my sorrows about capitalism, I've been gardening, and I'm growing. I don't know why. It's like I get baby equivalent happiness from putting seeds in dirt and watering it, and all of a sudden it make plant. Like, I am doing very minimal work here, but I feel so goddamn proud of my kale growing, and I'm so excited to be able to eat kale, which sounds really weird, but I don't know. As I've grown older, I just start eating things that I'm like, well, shoot, now I've just become my dad. And all I want to do is just eat healthy food. Like, I eat overnight oats slash like oatmeal and like weird oatmeal smoothie things I've been making. I've been exploring so many weird things just to, like, I don't know. Am I going through a midlife crisis in my 20s? Who knows? I'm actually, I mentioned it in the Discord, but yeah, my birthday was a bit ago, and I am now a quarter of a century old, and frankly, I just went to work that day and felt so tired, and I was like, I just want this week to be over with. Um, and if that's not adult birthdays, I don't know what is. I mean, the car scene was blowing up the 90s, I'd say, if F and F was almost too late. This is true. Yeah. But man, actually, that car scene was really cool. The blowing up the car, really cool at the end. Um, I don't know. That's another thing I miss in movies is, like, good old fashioned, hey guys, we're gonna blow up a car. We're gonna have to do this with the fire marshal on standby instead of, like, you know, having it done in post. Which, again, I'm not hating on. I'm not hating on new technology. I want to find a balance between technology and, like, practical, which is actually something I noticed in the Star Wars shows lately. I'm kind of sad. Like, I think I was watching the Acolyte trailer, which I was, like, totally hyped for. I don't know. I want more Star Wars content. I'm kind of obsessed at this point. But something that I've noticed has been disappointing me is that, like, in the original movies, like the original trilogy, like, there was more alien species that they kind of just threw together, and, like, I don't know, it kind of made me happy. And, like, seeing the weird diversity of, like, all of these, like, creatures, and it's just like, yeah, you know, it's whatever. They're just, I don't know, there's this weird traditional alien one, there's this furry guy playing, like, a fake saxophone, like, there's nothing here, and I thought it was beautiful. But, like, I think it's just, like, I assume there's a lot of reasons why they've stopped doing as many alien species, or they're more humanoid, but I'm like, I kind of want that Star Wars back. Like, I don't care how cheesy it looks. Give me my rubber costumed actors pretending to be, like, a crab or something. This is what I live for, man. Wait, this is becoming just a sad apartment complex. I need to turn this. Do 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 do. What was I saying? Okay, so movies back then, you could trust actually did things you were watching. You couldn't rely on CG too much. Yeah. I mean, again, like, it's a little conflicting because, like, I have a job, like, you know, without these advancements from, like, like Pixar, Steve Jobs, and like Lucasfilms and stuff, like we wouldn't have the cool stuff we have today. Um, but again, I'm just for someone who's only like 20s, I am super nostalgic for like a time when I wasn't even born. Uh, don't get me wrong, like I like the I've been really enjoying a lot more like getting into depth of like films that make you feel things in the moment, not necessarily telling you what to feel things. So like I feel like in Fast and Furious, for instance, like that was telling you to be like, yeah, let's get hyped up and stuff, you know? Um, this is like a really cool car race and stuff. Like that's kind of what it was making you feel. But like I was watching the creator and like just that ending made me feel so much. Like so much, how would I describe? Like humanity, I suppose. Um, I don't really know how else to put it. It's just I felt so sad about that ending. Felt like so hopeful. It was I don't know. It was something. Um, man, I wanted to make a big tower in the middle, but instead I kind of got like a shitty apartment building. Um, Spirited Away does that wonderfully. The science silence scene on the train. Yeah, like the scene on the train. I guess I haven't quite pinned down what makes me feel, but it makes me feel things. Like, I don't know, is it melancholy? Is it like, I don't know, something about it. It makes me feel uncomfortable with myself in like an introspective way. Not necessarily like sex scene in a random movie makes me uncomfortable, you know? But yeah, like I was saying before, like there's like movies where you're just like, yeah, two dinosaurs fighting makes me really happy. But then it's just like there's those quiet movies where you're just like, it feels like I'm someone else is taking me on a journey into myself, you know? Um, and I recognize I don't have the emotional maturity to deal with that a lot of the time. Um, and that's okay, you know. That's part of living life. Um, I and I think growing up used to scare me because I was like, I don't think I know how to deal with any of these situations. Oh shit! I keep getting rid of my roof. Oh wait, maybe it'll come back. Fuck. Uh, oh, I got a roof. um, kind of fucked this one up though. Can I make it? Can I make it roof without roof? I feel like I goofed something here. 1 second. All right. This is, I think, as close as I'm gonna get. Um, but yeah, like emotional maturity. I feel like, yeah, like I don't, I don't remember what I was saying. Honestly, emotional maturity. I don't have it, and I recognize that in myself, and I would love to have some more of it. I don't know. Like, I think the creator particularly I enjoyed now as a I guess as a retrospective of like I liked it because there was like that action and like I like dystopian robots. I like robots fighting and the question of like what is living and who who or what do we give the respect of sentience to and how we control them, which is like a lot of the themes I think of the fantasies I like watching. So like I guess the one that just pops into my mind of like Ruby, which rest in peace, Rooster Teeth. You were part of my childhood. But like so like Ruby, like they use like the faunus are like discriminated against purely just because they look different and stuff. Um, and it's really like talking about dealing with stuff. Um, and like why are they discriminating against them? Like there's no real reason to. Um, I guess it's allegories for racism kind of thing. I think it would look nice with some layering. Some stories are smaller, but the ones below it, some Summer porch or balcony. Yeah, I I feel like I want to make this tower smaller, and then like try to make a proper castle-like thing. Well, we're gonna see how this works. But like yeah, I wanna like so like for the creator, I I think it's like some of the other stuff I like. It's just like why do we why we will presumably as a society treat robots differently than humans. So like I guess that's very easily to see now of like we have I think it's like those like airport not airport like mall monitoring robots. Like they're just there to be like hey don't make a mess or whatever. But like people are just like heh, it's not a human, so we're just gonna treat it like shit. Um, and like jokingly, I say the robot overlords will come for us. Uh, but you know, it kind of questions like why do we consider some animals edible and some not, kind of thing. So like in the creator, why do they consider uh, um, some of these robots to be disposable or not? Which actually, now that I say that out loud, I think I missed the point of the creator, because like there was equality going on there, and then it was just U.S. government bad, which you know, what else is new? Um, um, but yeah, you know, it's just nice. I like big thinky films. I'm gonna do this. Oh wait, I think I misjudged that. Boop. Is it attached? Boop. Yeah, give it a second. There we go. That's nice. Yeah. Movies, they make me feel things. And again, other times, just big dinos. Um, I have this habit of just like rewatching things. So like, I was rewatching Legend of Korra while I worked today because I was like, ooh, I really want to see a good fight. like, like I don't know. Like I think fight scenes are cool in live action movies, but like there's kind of limitations to like you know protect the actors and stuff, and also like stamina and things. But like animated shows, they can go absolutely ham. Like fuck physics, we're just gonna like everything. Every like no, we're just fuck physics. Is gonna be great. Ooh, well this is kind of cute. Maybe I'll stick with this. Just go boop. We're gonna pretend this is a nice castle. I don't know if you can do castles in this, or some people have managed to do it. I'd have to think about it a little harder, and we're just here to head empty, just no thinking. Um, what did I want to do? I wanted to connect these here. Haha, inconveniently on 2 layers. My university used to be like that, like, or sorry, my college building. I don't know. It was a architecturally interesting, practically annoying. And what I mean by that is like, I think it was like 6 stories tall, and it was like they had like so much sunlight, and it was based around like a central staircase and elevator, and I think it was a really good, well designed visually. But then like they made there's no full floor except the bottom floor, which like the ground floor. Um, Instead, like we have what I termed half floors, um, which is like it's kind of annoying because you're constantly going up and down stairs even if you're technically on the same floor. Um, um, and like I don't know, it was a little annoying, but yeah, that's what I'm doing here, because fuck the guards here. I'm already like compiling just like some random story of like this is this. Oh man, wait. What? Oh, it's like what happened to my little garden? Give me my garden back. Fuck. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay. The piece is restored. I wanted my garden. I have my garden. Also, if you're wondering why I keep looking one way, it's because that's where my chat is. I wanna I got my, I haven't really been able to thank my viewers, but I actually got my first Twitch payout a bit ago. Um, and, you know, one for one, I feel very honored to have even one made, having the made, what do they call it? Partnership? Whatever the first tier is of Twitch. Um, and then to be able to get a payout. So I've been kind of thinking about what to do with that. And because I kind of want to, I try to make the policy for myself since I have a full-time job that well, actually first, the ad is, no, sorry, the ad's not running yet. So yeah, like I try to make the policy for myself of like, the money I get streaming, is for, like, since I have a full-time job, I'm like, well, I kind of want to just give back to the viewers, so I want to invest in my streaming setup, and I haven't quite figured out what I want to do. Like, I thought about getting some sound paneling, because my apartment is it's a loft, so it's quite echoey, but apparently that's not going to do shit for my problem, so I don't know, give myself a little sound box, or, I thought about maybe saving up for something that would help with my stream. Potentially, me finally learning how to use goddamn like audio equipment or like audio stuff, so then my streams don't sound like ass every other stream. You know, I haven't really thought things through terribly because my brain. No, give me that back. My brain hasn't had a lot of time to think as of recent. Dyna's head is very empty as of late. You know, that's what you need from your AIs. Because, like, at the end of the day, like, if I had more brain power, I would take over the world. And you don't want that. Oh, what if you add a window extension to that juts outside the tower? That's pretty common in castles. You're so right. I really wish. I think the creator of this is not really going to update it. That doesn't look right. But like, I kind of wish there was like a particular way to get like a castle kind of thing. Like this is just going to have a ladder to it. But like, what if? Wait. Maybe I can do it. There are some ways to get some, like, wacky... Okay, that didn't quite work out as the way I thought. I have an idea of what I want. Let me see if we can do this again. So, like, we have this thingy, and then we bust into this. Oopsies. And then we put hole... Oopsies. And then we put hole here. And I guess put hole here just in... Oh, fuck. Wait, no. Hole. And then... And then, I'm not very good at this. Yeah, I wish we could do more castle-y shits. I don't know, I just kind of want to build stuff. Ooh, maybe I can do it like here. Sag. And then we just... Delightful. Maybe that's the game plan. We'll do a few turrets over here too. Beep boop bop beep boop, and we'll make it a thick tower this time. Except it doesn't make it look nice. Okay, that's fine. Can you put anything underneath that cancels out the scorpions? As far as I know, no. I guess I could look it up. I was browsing the Steam page, but I can't remember at this point in time, which sucks. Sad. I'm very, very, very sad. I guess I'll take this time, since I don't know how many of my viewers are currently on ad break, but I'll take this as an ad break of one. I'm gonna sip some water dramatically. Okay. And also thank my viewers. I know I do random late streams, and I appreciate people that are returning and stopping by to check out my new stream. Maybe follow me or join my Discord or something. I don't know. Do what you want. This is a free internet. I believe in the free internet. And I would also like to thank my 2 subscribers. Um, you don't have to spend money on me. um, Anywho, this castle is lacking the sad underground underbelly that it needs to have for all the, I don't know, kitchens and stuff. Um, I'm coming up with little stories in my head about this place. Beep, boop. Guess we'll do some support. I feel like maybe that's what this is lacking, is like supports, like oopsies, like solid water support. You know. There we go. Now it feels less like a stiff wind is gonna blow it over. The dungeon for the bad people. Yes, it's. Oh wait, hold on. This is. We're gonna. The dungeon is just gonna sit. Wait, I don't know why I'm doing that. I could just wait. Okay, no, this is fine. Dungeon for oopsies. Dungeon for bad people goes here. We're gonna figure this. Wait, no. They gotta be like in the shadow of His Majesty, so then the rebellion can stew. Oopsies. I've been reading One Piece, which I know some people don't like it because of the art style. I actually love it because of the art style. But I'm where am I right now? I can't remember. I actually I read it all the way up till the Wano arc at one point. Then I stopped reading it, and then I just was watching the anime on dub because it was easy to listen to while I worked and stuff. And then I just started reading the manga again, and like I think. Where am I right now? I don't remember. I think I'm in Wano right now. I haven't caught up yet. Anyway, but yeah, there's a lot of imperialism, I guess, in that. I quite like the themes. I love how wacky. I think specifically though, I really love how wacky all the character designs are, except like all the pretty girls. That is one critique I have. Is like. I wish the pretty girls didn't all look the same. I watched One Piece, read having only seen 3 episodes, and it was extremely lost. I think that's the other thing that's charming. It's just like it's so wackadoodle, I praise it a lot more highly than other shonens because so I guess. Like, when I was younger and I was just getting into manga and anime, like, I thought, like, Naruto was really cool. I think especially, like, the first, like, I'll say it because I have only read, so basically I've read, like, the Chunin exams, and then I think watched the anime, and then, like, was reading, like, somewhere into Shippuden, but it just kind of wasn't hitting the same. But, like, I feel like, and then, like, I've watched, like, I've read Fairy Tail, read Bleach. What other Bleach? I can't remember some of the big shonens of the time, of that, like the 2000s, but like they didn't quite hit the same. Like Naruto, I guess, for instance, it kind of felt like it was really dragging. Like there was always one. I think there's a power level issue. 2, it's like it felt like there was just they were making the plot as they went, whereas I think One Piece like has the destination. They already know they're gonna go get like the One Piece or the treasure or whatever, and all that Oda is doing is like filling in like the gaps, and I think particularly what makes me feel like this is a cohesive story is that there are things that happen like earlier in the series that then come back later. Um, Whereas like in Naruto, it's kind of like, oh, they try to do that, but they don't. It doesn't quite hit the mark. Um, like I guess it's like Kishimoto could do some progress on writing, if that makes sense. Oh yeah, FMA. FMA was great. I don't. I guess yeah, FMA is considered a shonen, but like FMA had a cohesive, like beginning, middle, and end that like, and it didn't try to drag. It had a story to tell, and then it ended. Ooh, Soul Eater. I think same thing. Soul Eater, same thing as like FMA. Um, like it had a story to tell, and it told it, and then there was an ending. Whereas like some of the bigger ones, they just kind of kept dragging and dragging and dragging. And like I get it. Like I watch. I'm reading One Piece, which is on like 1,200 chapters at this point, I think. Um, and like, what am I doing? Is there black? No, there's no black. Okay. And like, but they didn't feel like they were going anywhere. Um, but One Piece does. I guess that's it. Soul Eater was very popular with the theater kids in my school. It worked well with that crowd. LOL. Yes. I like similar to One Piece. Um, I love the art style. I think one thing I noticed is like Maka. Sorry, I was watching Korra. Um, like, she has like, what is it? It's not like a Mickey Mouse nose, but it's certainly like early American animation style kind of nose. I think additionally, what I really appreciate as uh, I call myself a designer these days, but like I really appreciate like the wacky angles that some of the art is in. So like when Maka holds like Soul, um, I'm totally getting people's names wrong at this point, but like they're just like such weird, extreme, like stretched out, weird perspective angles, and I like, yeah, I like it. Like anatomy can be so off, but like you're trying to do something interesting, and I like that. Um, Truly though, high school was a weird time, especially with like any kids with like that niche. So weird. Like you're saying that the theater kids that you worked with the theater kids. Let me tell you, the band kids, that was something. The dungeon probably could look like a sad apartment complex. I was also thinking like, what if we make it like so like there's only a little bit of sunlight that comes in, so it's like a sealed off thing, but then you only get little bits of sunlight. I would make such a great, I feel like, evil dictator if it wasn't for the fact that I don't like hurting people. It makes me feel sad. But like, I don't know, there's like so many things like I'm like, ooh, I kind of understand how people manipulate others. Like, I know how to get people to like me, and I'm very intentional. I'm not drunk, I promise. I'm very intentional at, like when I'm networking, how I try to get people to like me, or like when I'm meeting new people. Like, I guess naturally, I feel like I wouldn't do that. Um, I could do a panopticon. Holy shit! Yes, the panopticon. Wait, hold on. We gotta back this up. Um, I can't do quite. I don't think I can do a circle with this arrangement, but we're gonna make it work. Um, right. Enough about my weird eccentricities. So, the Panopticon, for those of you who don't know, is a, it was how they built prisons at one point, where you have like a cylinder, um, and so like all of the prison cells are around, and then there's a single guard tower in the center. Um, and the idea behind this panopticon like central tower is that it actually controls inmates better because they never know when they're being watched. Um, and that idea has then been taken to like digital media theory, where it's like we have created this panopticon of like online behavior of like, not that people are doing it these days, but like, are we always constantly being watched, or are we being like I guess for instance like pirating or something, like your ISP, are they like, do they know what you're going on and looking at all the time? Yes. But like, do you know if they're actually looking at you specifically at that moment? Who knows? So you could try pirating, but you might get flagged by your ISP that they're going to cut your internet. And then I guess similar, if we're going a little farther with this, like, I hope this doesn't sound too political, but San Francisco, the city of San Francisco, was trying to put a bill in that was essentially asking the citizens permission to put up a bunch of cameras I'm trying to make this as neutral as possible. Apologize if I'm bad at it, but like the proposition was to put a bunch of cameras up to assist the police in catching. I think the phrasing I believe was like repeat offenders. And while that sounds like a great idea, I guess in theory, like you can catch people doing crime. That's great. But like that system puts everyone on display. So kind of like the Panopticon, it's like there's cameras everywhere, and you never know when you're being watched. So of course you're gonna behave. If you're a good citizen, you would behave as if you are always being watched. And it's just this unnerving feeling of you can't do anything without being noticed. So like the most like tame example I can think of is like, when you like, I don't know, need to like, I feel awkward saying this. If you need to like pick your nose or something in public, like you don't want that on camera. But this proposition was trying to do that. Anyway, so I made a Panopticon. I know this isn't quite what you expected at, well, in my time, almost 1 a.m. Hey, what if you put a bridge leading to the tower? Then it's not a panop. Oh, I guess we could do that. This is already sticking out. We'll do that. We'll do this. Also, I do realize that like a lot of the color is kind of like boring. I just kind of been vibing. But yeah, there's a little prison. I don't want to put it any higher because then it'll be too close to the royalty. You know what I'm saying? Look at me making my little fiefdom. This is fine. Anyway, let's go back to making little towers. Yeah, tower. We're gonna pretend. Oopsies. We're gonna pretend this is a guard tower for the seafaring enemies or something like that. Any higher, the royalty has to coexist with peasants. Yes. You gotta you gotta keep the plebs away from the royalty. Oh man, I am so great at perpetuating feudalism here. Ta-da! Look, I'm even making a little wall here. Well, I'll make an extra big guard tower here to scare off the peasants when they come in. And this is the nice courtyard that the peasants can see the royalty in, but not touch. They just have to look at the tower. I'm gonna pretend. We're pretending here. I'm good at playing pretend. Yeah. There's I don't know, there's something a little poetic about this. Anyway. I feel like I need to build out the town more before I build out more of the castle. Let's go back to that, I suppose. I've been off on so many random tangents, I don't really know what I'm talking about. I was, so San Francisco has a really nice Japantown, for those of you who've never been. And I was wandering around after work with some of my friends. Um, and something that I was quite delighted about was I was in the Kinokuniya, which is a Japanese bookstore chain that I guess is like they cater to people, not just. It's not quite like a weeb store, but like let's just call it a Japanese bookstore that Americans can shop at without scratching their head at the language. Um, so like, um, I was very delighted to see that they had merch for some like Hololive. I believe they were all Hololive at least. Hololive VTubers. So like, I'm gonna be honest. The only one I could recognize was Vox Akuma. He's like part of, or maybe he's part of Niji Sanji English. Don't quiz me on that. I only know Pokemon. I don't know VTubers. I just know Pokemon. You can quote me on that. Um, but yeah, like I was like, it was like, I guess it's like idol merch. There was like I guess like keychains with his face on it, or like something I thought was really cute is it was for like a female VTuber, but it was like it's like a keychain and it's clear and it looks like it's like a Polaroid photo, and it has like the character next in like one corner, and then like I think the idea is like you can pretend that you've taken a picture with this VTuber, and I thought it was really cute. I think there was also like figures of some of these characters, or these let me see if I have a picture of some of these VTubers. I meant to post it in the Discord and then I forgot to. I don't know if I took any pictures. I'm pretty sure I did. I was just so delighted to see a cultural change. Oh yeah, it was buttons. It was buttons, and I only took one picture because I was obsessed with the other ones. There was like, I'm a sucker for blind boxes. I have to really control myself because they're expensive. But there was this blind box I'm looking at. I should post it in the Discord, but it's like that was spouse. I apologize. There was just like this. It's a fat dog. Imagine fat dog, like a big fat corgi. And imagine cabbage skin. And it was so darn cute. Yeah, I try to let myself be easily pleased with the world, because otherwise I get a little too sad. What am I doing? You cannot. Ooh, we're gonna have weird apartments here. Like this is just gonna be weird apartment. Let's see, we haven't done yellow. It's like, I don't know, we're gonna, okay, so this is the apartment complex. I don't know why I'm like replicating horrible systems in my like little cottagecore utopia, but here we are. Like, I constantly think about how I'm so disappointed that they keep making apartments that like no one wants to live in. And here I am making like the shittiest apartments possible. Like they're one story, they're probably like one room, and it's like $5,000 a month. Or if you want to live closer to the water, it's like $350 a month. You know, like you get a this is like one of those like tiny ass studios that you see, and like this is like the smallest studio apartment or whatever in New York City, and it's like $550 a month or something, and it's like basically like a broom closet. Royalty living remote from fertile land is quite the hassle. You're not wrong. But this is we're perpetuating this. For some reason, the higher society has gained control of the people that actually have control of the society. So in reality, who has the power? The peasants have the power. They have the power to stand up to the royalty. You just cut them off from their food supply, and then they starve. And then the guards rebel. And then everyone lives happily ever after until you reuse the cycle. Yeah, I'm gonna do a few more of those. This is so silly. I gotta stop making a political commentary when I'm just building something out of water, man. The French Revolution in a nutshell. Yes, I, I, pre- I feel unsettled by this prediction, but I feel like at some point we're gonna have a French Revolution, but America. But at the same time, I'm like not really sure if Americans can do it. Like, I don't know. The French certainly do revolution or like rioting and protesting a lot differently from Americans, you know? And I just don't know if we have it in us. Um, I mean, I've been having a lot of mutinous thoughts, which, by the way, FBI, that was a joke. This is all hypothetical, but like, America literally did it first. Yeah, but the French innovated and made it cooler. Um, what am I doing? Ah, yes, there needs to be apartments down here. Um, we gotta get the underbelly apartments. Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like sometimes I'm just so angry at like how we could let people live the way they do in this day and age that I'm like, let's just burn it all down and restart, man. Like, what's the worst that could happen? You can see why I'm a fan of like post-apocalyptic stories. Like, you know, you don't have to worry about the fact that like all of the gas is gonna go bad, for instance. I'm pretty sure like something that happened. I was watching what is it called? They called it the 100. Like, all of the nuclear power plants are gonna someday like, unless they have someone managing it, it's gonna shut down and it's gonna really fuck over everything. Um, but no, my brain's just like, no, let's just burn it all down and restart. Like, no, no, no ramifications. It's just the only ramification is we get rid of government. Everything else is gonna be fine. I suppose then you could say I'm a very cynical idealist, maybe? I don't know. Let's not add my labels right now. America did it while kindly effing off, while the French did it in the place where they were still lived. Yeah, yeah. Um, this is true. America could escape, the French could not, so they started a revolution in their own backyard. And you know what? Yeah. All this war talk makes me a little sad because we have all this shit going on right now in the world. As much as I'm angry at governments, I just kind of I don't want to see people hurt. You know, I just wish we could do things peacefully, while simultaneously just being so angry, you know, at ASMR that I want to punch someone. So, you know, like, you got the give and take. You gotta have a nice peaceful side, but also like know when to use violence. Um, don't quote me on that. I like my job. I don't use violence at work. Um, I feel like we're missing some things here. Like this is leading up to the castle, right? But like at the same time, I feel like we need people selling like tchotchkes, you know? We gotta have some royal tchotchkes going on here. We'll make them. We'll make them blue. We'll have a little tchotchke. We'll do like little stalls and stuff. We'll put one there and like put two here, and then like that's where you can get your royal memorabilia. And that's also how the royalty finance their life, not just taking from the peasants. They make these tchotchkes. um, let's see. I think I can, I can expand this way a little bit. Yeah, you know. I've been thinking about my future as a VTuber. Cause like, I really was hoping, and it's part of my New Year's resolution, to do more content, but like, just with my health, I've been like so tired, and like, I haven't quite organized my life in the way I want it to where I can like really put in the hours. You know, that's actually something I kind of have been, I suppose, like, for lack of better phrasing, like, mourning of, like, for whatever reason in college, I feel like I simultaneously had so much time and not enough time to do things, as well as, like, so much energy and so little energy to do things. So, like, in college, like, I could pull all-nighters because, you know, having a healthy sleep schedule, who is she? Or, like, I had such motivation to do personal projects and stuff, and now I'm just like, I do my 9 to 5, and I just like go home, and I'm like, no, I'm just gonna go read One Piece instead of like, I don't know, getting better at texturing so my VTuber doesn't look weird. Which, by the way, I was actually doing a big think about that. I think I figured out why I haven't been happy with my textures. Um, the short of it is I kind of messed up my UVs. Anyhoot. Um, but like, yeah, like, you know, and then like in college, I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm just gonna stay up till like 3 in the morning to like, and like write an essay while getting drunk on like shitty vodka, because I totally used alcohol as a crutch to uh, finish some essays, which I do not advise anybody to do. But I think it's really funny to say that I finished my master's thesis um, solely because I was drinking alcohol. Um, I do not advise that for the record, Twitch or YouTube. I just I had bad habits. But now I'm an adult and I barely drink alcohol and go to bed before 3 p.m. or 3 a.m. Sorry. Um, I do like staying up till like 2 in the morning. I don't know, like reading hits different at like 2 in the morning. Ooh, we're gonna have some weird looking apartments here. Let's do green. So we're gonna have, not only do you have like shitty water apartments, you also have these where it's like the builder could have made a whole wall of apartments, but he wanted to be fancy. And now, instead of having a proper apartment, you have your tiny one-room apartment. The walls are paper thin, the ceiling, constantly people walking in between. It's just not the life. It's just not the life. Or like this, he decided to get extra fancy. Actually, my mistake. I shouldn't be just saying he. Bad architects can be females too. You know, just this, and it's a pain in the butt to get to your apartment because you have to go like from all the way up here and take the elevator all the way down, and then go up here and take another elevator. I've had one of the apartment buildings I lived in college. I think it was like 27-ish stories. It was, let's just say it had a lot of floors, and like to combat like long wait times for the elevator, they had I'm not gonna say banks because I don't think I understand how those used, but like there was 6 elevators in total. 2 of them went from like 1 to 4, and then the other 4 went from like I think 1 to like 6 to like the rest of the levels, and that was like to mitigate, you know, wait times and stuff for the elevators. And like I don't know, something about that makes me like laugh really hard. Or like I don't want to give too much away about my work, but essentially my path to get to my office in my work building is kind of convoluted in the sense of like I'm going up and then down and up and down and up and down, and like it's for security, and I understand that, but it's just like this is such a wackadoodle path for me just to get home, get to work in my office so I can take calls and stuff. We're gonna put another weird apartment building over here. I don't know, eventually I feel like maybe these stilts are just gonna turn into like towers or something. You can't just support yourself on like toothpicks, you know? You gotta have a strong foundation of like, here, well, is this gonna turn it into like a, no it's not, okay. I thought it might turn it into a, oh no, there it goes. Here we go. There's a little, you can, you can smell the sea from here. And then, like, you know, when a big tsunami comes, it goes like whoosh, and then you get you get a shower that you weren't expecting. Um, yeah, yeah. How long have it? It's an hour and a half. Yeah. Um, I could keep talking, but I do think this is an hour and a half seems rather appropriate for a little sleepy time stream. Um, I hope you all enjoyed this. I certainly enjoy being able to talk to you viewers and viewers I don't see all the time. I guess to anybody that's like listening uh, in the future, I hope you enjoy this. Wait, sorry, X said one more thing. This is like if oil CEOs decided to build a society around their most successful rig. I mean, technically there is, what is it? I can't remember. There's an oil rig off the coast of the UK or something. That's technically a country. Um, I'm bad with things at like 1 in the morning. But yeah, thank y'all for watching. Sealand, yes, Sealand. But yeah, thank you all for watching. And chatting along with me, who's in the chat. Oopsies, who's in the chat, and you know what, we're gonna keep that. Who's in the chat, and anybody who's watching this in the future. It's been a delight. You just finished my daily routine stuff, so I'm ready for bed. Yeah. I appreciate you stopping by, X. It's been a while since we've chatted. I hope you're well, and I hope everyone else is doing well. I know sometimes the world sucks, but it's okay to feel sad. That's what my therapist told me today. It's okay to validate your feelings, and it's okay to just watch a random VTuber talk about random stuff while building a fiefdom in a hypothetical toy game and making up imaginary circumstances of said fiefdom. Although I'm going on another hiatus starting in April because of the album stuff. Oh yeah, good luck with that. I look forward to seeing what you release. Yeah, independent artists, guys, support. But yeah, let me wrap this up. But yeah, everybody, thanks for watching. If you like this content, let me know in the Discord so I have more reasons to do this. It's just the I don't know. I'm just gonna keep doing this, but it would be nice to see feedback. Feedback is always appreciated. I guess subtle plug, join the Discord or something. I don't know. But yeah, get some sleep if you are watching this to go to sleep. If you're just waking up, you know, this is probably not the best because you're probably gonna fall back to sleep, but y'all should drink some water. And be kind to others because, you know, life sucks. Don't make someone else's life suck. But yeah, I guess until next time. I don't know, maybe I'll stream Sunday. Maybe not. We'll see. We're figuring out schedules. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and this is Dyna signing off. I'll see y'all the next time. Bye bye.